All right, so got my friend Crimson Corleone with me. How you
What's
doing,
up,
my
bro?
boy?
By the way, it's Colion. You know what I'm saying?
Corleone? My bad, my bad.
When I first started fighting, people were calling me Carleon and stuff, and I was like, I feel like that's a cool mistake. As long as nobody's calling me Terrence, I'll be fine.
All right, so why don't you just go ahead and introduce yourself a while? Just tell us about yourself, how you got started with fighting, record and street beefs, anything you got.
Okay, well, my name's Terrence Booker. People call me Crimson Colion. Colion is actually my real middle name, and Crimson is just something that I like to put together. Kind of sounds badass. You know what I mean? But I grew up, watching this and that, watching a little this and that about UFC and kickboxing. I actually started watching Glory before I watched UFC, and it's something that I feel like would tie together really cool. So once I started, training and stuff like that, I was like, you know what, fuck it, let me just start doing this shit for real because a lot of people talk about it, but they don't like to do it. You know what I mean? So
Takes a big set of balls to be able to step into that ring.
trust me, man. When I first fought Sensation, I ain't even gonna lie. Like everybody was fucking smoking weed and shit there. I was high as fuck. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and pitch in. But I didn't realize that Sensation did not smoke at all. And dude was like a fucking engine. Just if it was MMA, to be more realistically, like woulda, coulda, shoulda. He definitely caught me with a good head kick. But if it was MMA and I dropped him like that, I probably would have tried to do something way much more worse to him. I hate myself every day for even taking a kickboxing match against somebody who fucking kicked like Yair Rodriguez and shit.
Was Sensation your first fight?
Yeah, very first fight. That was hardest fight I ever been in. Like seriously. I was like, damn.
That's a pretty big stepping stone to even start with, and you were laying some smoke onto him too. Like you said, if that was
Yeah.
an MMA match, you could have followed it back down.
The crazy part is like when I dropped him, I didn't think that he was gonna get up so goddamn fast for one, but that man hopped up like a goddamn crackhead. He was ready to fight me again. I was like, oh my
He just
fucking
pointed
god.
at you, dropped him, and he just pointed at you. It's just like, oh shit. So you gotta finish this man. He's not just gonna give up.
Yeah, and the fact that he's the five belt champion now, that means he's much more better and has gotten stronger. But after I, get my shoulder fixed next month, I'm gonna be ready for anybody. I'm taking that rematch with T Nasty, and I'm taking that rematch with Sensation. They both gonna be MMA.
Nice. Is your focus now gonna be going more towards MMA?
Yeah, for sure. Cause I feel kind of unable when I'm doing kickboxing. Like I can't do certain things. You gotta stick with just Muay Thai. First off, people were saying I was a Muay Thai person in that fight. I'm not. I'm not in Muay Thai. I learned everything for a reason. I learned wrestling, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, and I did boxing as well. So I wanted to mix all those together, and I feel like I feel like 100% I'm a better striker than Sensation, 100%. Because the way that I do things, it's aggression, it's power, but at the same time, I need to learn how to pick and choose. Be patient a little bit.
I think Sensation's biggest, like the thing that goes best for him is his timing is so well. I was kind of like I really wasn't giving it to that him when CPAT went up against him and I was coaching him, but CPAT took 1 second. He was pushing forward, took 1 second to drop, and in that very second, Sensation fired like a kick from hell. You heard that crack, it echoed. It was one of those kicks where you're like, I hope he's okay. Yeah, when the video comes out, you're gonna have to check that out. It was bad. But to see Pat's credit, dude got right back up and tried wrestling with him.
Wait, he dropped him with it?
Yeah, he dropped him with it. And then C Pat was like, nah, I'm wrestling now.
Oh, God, I know what I got to be careful for sure.
Yeah.
He caught
His
me with a
timing's
flying.
insane.
Yeah, he got some good timing. I mean, honestly, I still feel like I got this, in MMA. Like, I'm a tall dude, Linky. I'm somebody that would be the best matchup for him, especially for him and T Nasty, because those are the two people on my list right now. Like,
What
I
weight are you
fought my
fighting
throat out of
at?
punch. You said what?
What weight are you fighting at?
Right now, when I was fighting T Nasty, I was definitely 149. I don't know if that's still featherweight, probably like a lightweight a little bit too. But he usually came around 150. Bro was like 148 in that fight. And I was like, damn, he really cut some weight to fight me. But I'm
Because
looking forward to
I'm looking to take that 165 belt. You can have the 155. I'm not
I
cutting
think I
down
might
there.
stick to featherweight. I ain't coming no way higher up, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. That's all y'all. That's
I
all
was
you, man.
before I started fighting, I was at 185 and I watched like 3 fights. I'm like, nah. I'm not fighting these dudes, bro. I need to cut some weight.
Hey, you surprised me on that CPAT fight because I was following CPAT and I didn't know who he was fighting at first. And then I saw somebody come up in there with the fucking blue UFC shorts. I was like, oh no. No, not the UFC short. No, CPAT. CPAT, you got a nice body kick too. That was nice. And then the guillotine was extra tight. Bro's face was so red. I was like, damn,
I'm not
these
gonna
juju.
lie. I was holding on to that for dear life because I was just thinking if this fucker pops his head out, I'm gonna get my face smashed in.
Yeah.
So you can see me close my eyes in the video, and that time I'm just like, please fucking tap.
And sure enough, he definitely did. And you know,
Yeah.
it's a good win on your part, and it was good fight on his as well. Like man, that shit was it was a fun day that day. Even if I did fuck up my arm, I was happy to watch the other people fight and shit. I mean, it's really no problem. I just really would like to get my fucking deserved wins because I got kicked in the balls in my first fight against Sensation. I was I was out of it because I've actually had to go to the hospital for my left nut that he did kick me in, and I was like, "Fuck, bro, why this? Why am I going
Damn.
through this right now?" Like, and I'm not taking anything away from him. He executed a beautiful kick to the side of the head in the second round. If I didn't get my energy up in the first while I was in the corner sitting down, that's just my fault. I should have just did what I could to get it up there, you know. But Sensation's a good dude. We hung out after that. But when we go in MMA, my message to him is just be ready, because I'm coming to either rip your head off or rip your arms apart because that's what I'm training to do. To T Nasty as well. Both of them are lovable guys, but I'm trying to go to the top two just like everybody else.
That you see, that's my thing. I kind of like started like fake beef with Sensation, and then I ended up messaging him. I was like, bro, it's just respect. I just want your belt. That's all.
Yeah,
You have something I need. That's all it is.
exactly. Motherfuckers got to understand we want our legacy made somewhere too. Whether if it's in street beats, people might not take it seriously, but I know motherfuckers who do, and I'm one of them. And I'm trying to climb the ranks.
When you first started Street Beefs, were you looking at that title or were you just coming in looking to have fun?
Honestly, I wanted to fight Sensation 3 years before we even started fighting. Because I was like, at first I was just a dude that was just kind of talking shit, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was looking at his video, I was like, damn, who the fuck can get caught by that? Who he weak as hell, blah blah blah. Like I was like, then I was like, I don't need to be like that coming in street beefs and shit. That's not what they're about. Then I started texting. I was like, hey man, if you don't have any fight for kickboxing, because no, they don't have nobody in kickboxing that really want to fight and shit. Because I saw he was telling me that nobody wants to fight him just because of how good he is, and I was like, okay, so let me fight you then, and right after that, I get a text a month after that, and it was him. He was like, hey man, want to come to Street Beast and fight me for the kickboxing title? I was like, hell yeah, let's do it.
First
Let's,
fight going with the title. Let's go.
I said, let's fucking do that. Florida Boy was my first actual beef though. Florida Boy, right? He
Yeah.
actually commented on that, was like, who the fuck are you? You don't deserve to fight for the title and shit. And I was like, damn, bro, come on, man. Like, damn, what the fuck? He asked me to fight. I just took the offer to get my name out there. You know what I mean? People, need to understand that I'm the first Memphis fighter in street beefs. I'm the only person in there to really kind of put Sensation on his ass like that, hands and face. Because he's fought Hands of Stone, he's fought, other dudes, but they never really dropped them like I can. And if I can do that the first time, I can do it the second time. I made a bet with my girl saying that I bet I could drop Sensation in the first round. And she was like, okay. So I did that. And I'm gonna try to do worse the next fight.
I've watched his amateur fights, and I think striking wise, you've put up the most challenge for him, even like up to his Ami level fights. And he
Yeah,
he
he's
fought he fought some Muay Thai dude that was like putting some work in him, but he never dropped him. And you just caught him with a clean hook, and he went down. He like did the superhero pose.
bro. The funny thing is, like, I looked at most of his fights, and his weakness is definitely getting grounded, pounded out. He's
Hmm
good off his back, but if you got both those hooks in, and he's on his back, he's gonna be squirming around like a bug getting sprayed by water. Like
I
simple
tried
as
to
that.
tell I tried to tell CPAT that, but at the same time, he's so good at getting that triangle position. Like if you watch
He
his
is.
amateur fights and then with CPAT, he's just constantly shoving that arm. He'll take punches to the face so he can shove your other arm through. It was wild to watch.
Yeah, that's the thing right there. Because my whole purpose is to strike with him. Because my timing is just as good as his. Because I was catching his leg that entire fight
Yep.
up until the moment I didn't, and he caught me with a good ass head kick. But this fight that I'm going to be focusing on, taking out his leg because he broke his foot on my leg when he tried to kick me in the shin. He broke his foot that day. I'm gonna take his legs away. Then I'm gonna drop him again and try to sink in either a I'm not a triangle choke, but a anaconda or Americana, because those are the easiest chokes to get while in that position of
Like a front
facing
headlock type
somebody. Yeah,
thing.
exactly. And I got a tight choke, man. Like I'm gonna tell you that right now. I got a tight ass choke, and I'm just gonna beat him up and try to submit him. I'm not gonna talk too much shit about it because I'm still learning and trying to
Yeah.
get better. Because he's a champion for a reason, dude's extraordinary, like just like any other champion there.
I think
But
you
I'm
and me
coming.
are pretty much at the same spot. We want that gold, but we know we can get it. I definitely think that my wrestling is going to be way too much for Sensation. I don't think like nothing against CPAT. His wrestling's really good,
Oh yeah, for sure.
but
I understand.
I have wrestling with a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. So once
And
I
you
get to
did
the
take
ground, I
out
know what to
you
do.
did take out CPAT in the first round. So I mean, y'all both fought the same person. It does make sense. It
Mhm.
does make sense. That'll be a fight I'll be looking out for sure. And I hope he takes it because he said get in line when I said I'm coming. So hopefully you next in line, bro, because that's gonna be a firework ass fight.
I think the only way I'm getting that fight is if he calls for it. I don't think the matchmakers are going to give it to me. I told Dan, I was like, "Hey, if anybody ever pulls out Sensation's fight, let me know. I'll pull it." And he was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I'll tell Sensation." I was like, "Don't sleep
People
on
were
me,
saying that
bro."
he can't fight. I was like, I don't understand why people say that Sensation can't fight. He's a good fighter. It's just all people have their bad days. You got to give them time.
I don't get why like everyone's scared to fight Sensation. Like he's good, but I don't think he's like John Bones level good.
Hell no.
Like if someone's at that level, they're just wiping the floor with everyone, then yeah, I'd be worried about it. But he gets tough matches in.
Yeah, he does. That's the only reason why he's able to beat any higher levels because he took a harder road of fighting most of these motherfuckers. He was supposed to fight Memnon Warrior.
Is that who pulled out on him when CPAT stepped in?
No, that was like a whole year ago. He was
Okay.
supposed to fight Memnon. Memnon is actually a killer. And he's got some pretty good striking from what I've watched. Fought characters like Black Goku. He's had a viral fucking head kick where he jumped in the air and did that Conor McGregor shit at somebody's head. I was like, honestly, that'd be a fucking great matchup. Just not for Sensation. He would get beat so bad. I didn't even want him to fight him because I was like, bro, please don't fight that man, bro. Them Nam will beat your ass, man. Uh, just fight me. We'll have an even match.
They
But
were trying to give CPAT Italian Tyson. He was like, "No, dog." He was like, "Dog, I'm 1-3. I'm not fighting him."
they were finna give him Little Mac. That's the crazy
They
thing too.
did. They did. Italian Tyson Little Mac fought last on Saturday.
Damn, who won?
Oh, I think Little Mac pulled it through. Bro, Italian Tyson was pushing so hard and it was so hot. Man's puked like 3 times.
Damn.
They gave him the standing 8 and he's like, "I'm not done yet." 3 different times. Every single round he puked and he was just like, "I'm still going." For me,
He
like
doesn't need to do MMA.
bro, I might have puked like once, and like I can do this, but after the second time you puke, nah, I'm done. My body's telling me to stop.
I'm surprised I didn't puke on my first fight with Sensation. How fucking hard we were pushing. Like I did not puke. He was feeling like he had to puke. You know, his friend actually did puke. We pulled off on the side of the road. Dude, fucking projectile vomited, and I was like,
Damn.
bro, I was raised in Memphis, bro. We do this shit every day. When it comes to fighting, bro, we got to do it. You know what I mean? Like you got to protect your. One reason why I wanted to fight is because I watched my mom get treated like a piece of shit her whole life, beaten by people she tried to make love her and this and that. And I was just tired of it. I used to beat the fuck out of her boyfriend. So I came here, with a whole chip on my shoulder because I was going through a lot of shit around that time. Which they say never bring, anger and, bullshit
Yeah.
inside the cage. But
I
at that
think
point,
I
I
think
was,
there's a controlled anger.
yeah, there is. I've heard of it, but I don't think that I was feeling that around that time. Like I was just ready to go kill Sensation. And when I fought him, I was looking in his eyes and shit. And I was ready to fight. So when it came down to it, and I was here's how I felt in the shit. I was pushing for it because I was waiting for him to throw one of his kicks, and I was, standing with, my stance and shit, but my hands were a little too low and my chin wasn't even down. He came in and I realized all I was doing was hitting him with the side of my hands. I was hitting him quick as fuck though. I was cat pawing him. He started kneeing me. That shit didn't hurt until he kneed me right here. I didn't feel that until after the fight.
That's surprising because when he was throwing those knees, that looked like it hurt. He was digging knee bone straight into you.
Yeah, I
Like,
honestly
there were
didn't
some
feel
good
anything.
knees.
They were beautiful knees. Trust me. I was hearing them in the fight, but I was I was adrenaline the fuck up. I couldn't feel anything until after the fight. That's why I was feeling all that shit.
That's how
And
my fight was with CPAT. He caught me, my entire right eye was like swollen. And as soon as I literally stepped out of the cage, I was like, fuck, my eye hurts.
was that because of the overhand that he
Yeah,
threw
he threw me
before
an
y'all took him down?
overhand. Yeah, he threw me an overhand and clipped me with his thumb. Like the side of
Damn.
his thumb smashed me into the side of my temple.
He throw them big boy over fucking shots where
Yeah.
they kind of hit to the side like like they steering the car or some shit.
Yeah, I was
That
talking
shit's
to my coach
crazy.
about it. He's like, if y'all rematch, don't bang with him. He'll drop you. I was like, I respect that.
Yeah, I wouldn't bang with CPAT. Me and him were gonna he was gonna be my pullout fight if T Nasty pulled out because he had fucked his foot up against Juan Jitsu. Besides that, I feel like I definitely would have gotten it done against, CPAT because all I would have did was I would have striked with him for sure. But my point is I would have been pinpoint hitting them and shit like a
Yeah, you
sniper.
got
Like,
it. You got to stay long for if you're gonna fight CPAT.
yeah.
I
Because
I
one
try
shot he'll probably knock me out.
I tried to brawl with him, jab cross hook. He slipped the cross and just straight overhanded my shit. He hit me and I don't remember the takedown. I just remember being on the ground with my arm around his neck, just being like, okay, I guess we're squeezing.
You were holding the fuck out his neck too. I was like, God damn. That's
Well,
why CPAT he gets a little bit, too excited and just goes for a takedown. He can't do that when he's fighting, people he doesn't know anything about, especially with
I
the
think
fighting style.
I agree with not knowing anything about, but I think that was a beautiful takedown. It was an overhand to knee pick. Like that's
Oh
Henry
yeah.
Cejudo's bread and butter.
He was
He
training with fucking goddamn a
Frankie
UFC fighter
Edgar.
before. Yeah, Frankie Edgar and shit.
Yeah,
Like, damn.
um, I was looking at his gym. It's like the old gym he was at, just stacked with fighters, professional, amateur. Like,
I've seen that. He's trying to
like
get better every time. That's what I admire
dude's
about CPAT
wild. I think his drive is untouchable.
for sure. If I lived closer to Virginia, I'd probably be there mostly every fucking time trying to get work done. Like my T Nasty fight, I was in the car with Scarface driving on the way there. And I was just, talking to him. And it was like, bro, I was watching this man since I was like 16. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 22 now. So it's like I'm in a car with Scarface talking about street beefs on my way there to fight, a high level fucking fighter. I'm like, bro,
It's like
what's
a
my
little
life?
fanboy. Like when you like walk in there, you're like, bro, I've been watching this shit since a kid. I can't believe I'm here.
Yeah, For real, bro. Like I've been watching this shit for a while, man. I actually after Sensation, bro, I went to his fucking Airbnb and I was with him, Cardinal. I was with Beach. You know Beach.
Yeah.
We was all up in there drinking and just talking and shit, just hanging out, bro. I was like, bro, this is fucking insane, man. Like, what the
It's a
fuck?
great community.
It
Like I
really is.
don't it was weird to me at first, everybody being so nice to each other. Cause like I came in, I'm just like, bro, we're fighting each other. How are you gonna try to be friends with me? But it's like you can still be friends and like just beat the fuck out of each other. It's weird.
Oh yeah.
It's a
Oh yeah.
weird
I do.
feeling.
Man, I got like two people in here that I be sparring with, and we be whooping each other's ass, bro, like every fucking day. And it's like to the point where we just get up, eat, train, throw some head kicks at each other. Like my girlfriend now, before she couldn't do anything. Now she can throw fucking head kicks at a good time. She can strike with me, but she like to, we like to kind of get a little drunk, so everything that we feel is just gone, and we just up in the fucking in the house just beating the hell out of each other. Like, bruh, she caught me with a 1-2. She to the point where she throws a jab just off the rip, and she like do the blocking and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like that shit. I feel very achieved by teaching my girlfriend how to do shit like that. So I'm like, bruh, I don't even need to be in the gym, man. I got a girl who can drop the fuck out of me.
We
That
talked
shit's fun, though.
about we talked about your fight with Sensation a lot. Your next fight is probably going to be with T Nasty though, right?
Of course,
After you
for
get your
sure.
shoulder, you're probably going to run that back.
I get my shoulder fixed. T Nasty for sure is who I'm looking at. But honestly, he is the champion, a lightweight champion of the bare knuckle thing. Most likely he'll have some opponents before me because he's a champ. You got to defend your belt when
Yeah.
the time comes. And I'm not in a rush to go in there with somebody that is also another fucking champion. That'd be two champions that I'm facing now. And it's like, bro, why the fuck does every
Give
champion want
yourself
to face
some
me?
you got to give yourself some like some work. You can't just be
I
going
do,
out there
man.
with
And
killers.
Free Smoke wants to fight me too. Free Smoke. Like,
It's just showing that they appreciate your skills and they think it's a matchup.
I'm definitely not gonna turn him down though. That's not who I am. I'm gonna accept every single one of them. It's just I need the time to be able to mature with my striking. Because, like I said, with that being my first fight, I just wanted to go out there and throw some, slug some fucking leather. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Like you watched that Wing C knockout,
Oh, that
bro.
was wild.
Exactly. That's how I want to feel coming out of every fight. Except I can't, or that type of shit will happen. He didn't glove touch dude. He just spin kicked him and got KO'd, and he paid for it. Like you can't do shit like that, man. You can't be that
Mhm.
excited and fucking jumping around because dudes like God of War, they got some hidden power, bro. Like I'm not trying to run into the shit like that.
He God of War slept him hard. It wasn't
With
even like
ease.
the strike didn't even look like he put like hip turn into it. It was just a pop, just right on the button.
And T Nasty dropped Wing C when they first fought. That was Wing C's first fight. So I knew his chin was a little bit suspect. I was
I
like,
see
bro,
Nasty beating on all these newbies coming in. He got CPAT, Wing C.
CPAT beat
Yeah.
him.
I'm not if I'm like 3-4-0, I do not want to fight someone who's 0-0. No disrespect to them. It doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah,
I want my opponent's records to be like 20-2 and I'm the 2 or some shit.
yeah, I feel that. Right now I'm 0-2. Just I really just don't agree with the second one because like the fight didn't even get started. And from what I'm watching when I look back at that fight with T Nasty, I was getting the better shots. He caught me with only a good ass sidekick. The sidekick was beautiful. I didn't even expect that shit. Like Rose kicked me and I flew damn near off the goddamn screen. But we were striking, and it's just after the fight, hearing how he was like, "Bro, I'm not even gonna lie, you hit me so fast, I don't even know what I was hit by." And I was like, and my mom like, "Bro, how the fuck did they give him the win? He doesn't even deserve that win." You know what I mean? Like, in all honesty, I wholeheartedly feel like he doesn't even deserve to be the champ of bare knuckle fighting. From what I'm seeing, he lost to Little Mac and he lost to Elijah. He only won against Juan Jitsu. and the Reaper, who he
I,
fought twice.
I think he's the champion of bare knuckle because of his darkroom fight.
That's the only bare knuckle thing. Dark Room is the only thing, and he's gotten beat by Little Mac and fucking Elijah. Like if I'm the person making this, I would do a some sort of, I wouldn't say tiebreaker, but
Like a
something that would,
like a tournament style thing.
yeah, I would match up Elijah and Little Mac and T Nasty and see whoever wins their fight,
Does Elijah
would,
fight bare knuckle?
yeah, Elijah fought T Nasty bare knuckle.
Didn't know that. I just know T Nasty fought in the dark room. That's
He
about
fought in the
it.
dark room 3 times, but the third time he fought, it wasn't even a dark room bare knuckle fight. It was a boxing match against Reaper again. So the only two you can really count is his two losses. I mean, it's his three fights. Juan Jitsu, Elijah, Little Mac. He lost against two. He only had that one win against Juan Jitsu because his nose broke.
Well, Little
So I
Mac's
mean,
done with Street Beefs now. He's going over to Bare Knuckle
yeah,
Fight
I
Club.
feel that.
Which,
Yeah,
by
that
the way, I saw his last fight before he went over to Bare Knuckle Fight Club against Italian Tyson. And like just realizing that you just watched like one of Street Beef's like best boxers last fight. It was a cool thing to see. Like Scarface was hype, Esteban was hype. Everybody was just like, I can't believe we got Little Mac versus Italian Tyson for the last fight.
I know, man. I wish I was there for that shit. I saw Italian Tyson's fight with this other guy that they just posted a video out on. He got kind of rear naked choke.
He was so pissed after that. He was walking around asking everybody for a fight.
I can only imagine, how fucking, discretion that is. You know how much discretion he feels. Because they're wrestling, bro. That shit's hard. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to implement when I fight Sensation and T Nasty. I'm gonna be like, fuck, bro. Both these dudes are great at jujitsu. If I get inside the guard, they're probably going to take my head home with them and probably mount it on the fucking wall in their kitchen. Or I make that not happen and just KO these motherfuckers and submit them and just go home with that belt like I deserve. Because, bro, carrying another man's belt when going to his Airbnb does not feel good, okay? Bro, that shit had me salty. I was like, damn, what the fuck? Why is this in my arms? Nah, real shit though. Sensation was cool as fuck. We fucking ate and everything. He's a good cook, by the way. Good cook. And was just chilling, bro. Like that's the fight life, man. Respecting is always on my level of, and it's in my mind. You know what I mean? Like I always go in there respecting. We gonna fight, have our face off, have fun, and make history. That's what it's about. I want some sort of videos of me out there, whether it's me losing or me winning. I just want my history out there, and I want my my face out there and shit, just in case I have kids and I want to show them what I did in my life. You know what I mean?
Do you have any plans after Street Beefs? Are you fighting for Street Beefs or are you fighting to be a professional fighter?
Honestly, I've been looking at that my whole entire time in the street beast. I want to be a jack of all trades because I do want to be an actor and shit, and I want to do voice acting because I've always been good at animation, voice acting and shit, and Dragon Ball Z was one of the top things that I started doing voice acting in. Like I can do cool ass Dragon Ball Z voices. But no, I'm definitely sticking with Street Beast for right now until I get out of there. I probably want to fight in professionally. People want to fight in UFC, but I want to fight in one championship or another organization like Cage Warriors or some shit.
I'd like one FC just for their tournament.
Yeah, one
That'd be
championship
cool.
is definitely ideal.
All right, I just got a notification that we're running out of time for this Zoom meeting. Anything is you got any socials you want to shout out? Anything coming up with you want to shout out?
Definitely, anybody who knows me, follow my Instagram, Crimson underscore Colion underscore Booker, and I'll be there. I'm gonna be back, and I'm gonna be ready to take somebody's fucking head off. And thank you for having me, broski. Hopefully, we can have more podcasts and shit.
I
And
would definitely love to have you back. I'm thinking for the ne I I want to do at least one or two more single interviews that maybe bring you, T Nasty, and CPAT all together, considering we're all
Oh
kind of
yeah.
like really chill with each other.
Yes, sir. That would be awesome, bro. That would be fucking awesome.
All right. I appreciate you for your time. Have a great day. Looking forward to
Hey,
the
have a
next one.
beautiful day, my man. Be
Peace, my
safe out
dude.
there. Be great.
Guns down, hands up as if you cross the line. Well known from YouTube to the New York Times. Like Baby Hawk and Black Venom, I get down from line. Two contenders, only one can see the finish line. 2008 is where it started, let me break it down. A grand to stop a street beef is how this league was found.